Yeah, I think thank you for Ubuntu Radio to be here. I think our commitment as DIRCO is to ensure that our foreign policy it's reconcilable with the national imperatives of making sure we create jobs, more unemployment, we fight poverty and inequality. But the best interlocutor on our messaging is, of course, within the 26,000 public ordinary schools in South Africa. And we are here today at the South Peninsula Secondary School, which is a top-performing school here in the Western Cape with a 98% pass rate. We today had a conversation, of course, with in particular your grade 10 learners, because if you can recall, Helen, this is a very decisive year because they have chosen the type of subjects, orientations that will ultimately be the catalyst for their, future profession. So today, really, it was encouraging the educators, especially the principal, Ms. Meyerberg, being grateful to the SGB chairperson, Ms. Khan, for the stewardship jointly they provide, but more in particular also the messaging to the learners to remain dedicated, to be steadfast in their discipline, and for them to understand that they are having very unique opportunities given the fact that every child in South Africa, in the school system, be it primary, secondary or higher education is free because of the decisive decisions that government and President Ramaphosa have made. So it was just to encourage them today, but also to speak to them about the different world outlook that we find ourselves in, because here in the Cape Metro, it is obviously a unique beneficiary of data centers, of your agricultural farming and wine producing farms, of tourism, because of the role that DIRCO plays to sell the country to other nations. You have seen, for example, Helen, that our tourism figures have skyrocketed. We are standing at 10.3 million. We anticipate that we'll, in the immediate future, breach the 11 million mark. So it's really about being optimistic, looking at the functionality of the school, where you have educators that are on time, that are absolutely committed. You don't have learners that are coming late. So absolute commitment. And for us, from the Department of International Relations and Cooperation, it was to give a message that the world are indeed their oysters, but they are obviously, keeping the key in terms of that pathway. So I think we are excited, and we'll obviously come back and partner with the school in terms of its academic achievements awards in November of this year. So that was absolutely our objective.
DM, today is the big day, the budget vote. What are your expectations this afternoon?
Well, I'm here at a basic education facility at the school here, high school. Firstly, we would want to see, based on what President Ramaphosa have amplified, increased investment in especially the STEM subjects, those science, technology, engineering, mathematics subjects. That will be a key issue for us, because we'll then be able to ensure that we build bridges from secondary school to higher education. Of course, the second issue that we are looking at, obviously, is to ensure that within the government cluster where DIRCO are represented, to ensure that we are able to strengthen our international footprint, broadly speaking. That should be obviously based on our economic diplomacy, our defense diplomacy, and in terms of international Ubuntu diplomacy. So we'll watch very closely, open our ears to look at what Minister Gondogana will say today.
Thank you, Diem.
Thank you very much.